day 99 of my carnivore and day 2 of my sardines fast, which happened not on purpose. But 2 days ago, I had, these PMS craving, overeating on honey and mascarpone. And then I stumbled over Courtney Luna's, I follow her. But then she started the sardine challenge and I stumbled over one of her videos. So it was not the last video, it was the previous at first. So there she had it wasn't an interview, they both were just talking about the sardine challenge with the guy who was doing this 30 days of sardines to stay, I think, 500 calories. He wanted to look his best for the ketocon, so he had a goal. And they were talking about it, and he said one thing that was really interesting. He said, he tells people, take all your meds and now chew it. And I don't chew my, aspirin and these kind of things. You know how awful that tastes? And he said, yeah, exactly. So why not eat something maybe you don't like sardines? I hope I'm saying that right, what he said, but that was basically what I understood. Why not eat then sardines even if you dislike them, if you know you're gonna get off your meds and then at some point. And that was really something that clicked in my mind, I have to say. It's like, with the medicine, so it was really a good tip to see it also as a medicine sometimes. So that was one thing. Then I saw the second video as well, where she had, I'm so sorry, but I can't find my stative, that she had with Dr. Lisa, I can't remember her second name, but a lot of women. So there were 4, they were discussing it, how to do it. So they had all different approaches. Sardines with a little bit of bacon, the other one had just sardines with water, the other one had with the virgin oil, native virgin oil. Some Dr. Lisa herself had it with eggs and made it also with tuna at some point, and some recipes and some strange soup things she recommended, but it doesn't matter. So it's not about only the sardines, just make it eatable. One of them had the approach to make it a 3-day fast, to make it a 10-day fast, to make it 1-day fast, or to implement it in some days when you need it. So very different approaches, and you get in a state of ketosis, especially because you're eating less calories. You can eat as much as you want, as often as you want, but you keep just the sardines part going and not add things that you really enjoy that you will overeat. So what this basically should also teach you is to understand your hunger feeling again. So I had 2 cans of sardines left, and I thought, why not? I will give it a try. I don't understand that. I don't know why it would be different than the lion diet or something. I really don't get that. I also was like with the guy, he was saying, he's just gonna lose that much weight to show off a little bit on a ketocon because he gained weight. I thought it was a little bit fake. I don't know. That was my personal impression, just to pretend you're something that you haven't been before just because you restrict yourself that much for 1 month because before an event where people will see you, because he's also, I think, a YouTuber. That was a little bit where I thought, I don't like this approach because it doesn't show you your real self, and that you really made it and that's your life. It just makes a little goal and the short time period things see. So I was skeptical. So, and I think he's 12 or more days in, maybe 14, I can't remember. So I had the 2 sardine cans left, and I ate yesterday only the 2 cans of sardines during the day, one at some point, and I had baked them in tallow. So I just tried it out, if they're warm, if they're better. It was okay. It wasn't really that different than cold, I have to say. And I did have a little stick of butter. It was 20-40 grams, something about that. And I had 2 slices of bacon because I was craving butter. So at that point, the whole day, and then at 5 or even before 5, I stopped eating because I wasn't hungry. And that didn't happen now for a long time, I have to say. So I just wasn't hungry. And I had 83% fat intake, so that made me have some diarrhea, but it was really not major, so it's nothing special. So it was okay because I had so much fat. So it's not the sardines, because today I just ate 2 cans of sardines right now, and 20 grams of butter, and that's it. And I was at the office, and I had CrossFit lesson, so I was doing amazing. And I think I'm in ketosis because I'm like really thriving again, like the first days when I started carnivore in the first place. And I didn't have this feeling on the lion diet, not at all. So I don't know what's the difference. I really can't explain it. Maybe it's especially for women with the hormones and the omega-3 and the vitamin D or something, which are having more in the sardines. They explained it in a video much better. But I can't explain it. It's really different, and my brain fog is gone. I'm mentally again very here, and I've never felt on carnivore that particular good. Only in the beginning, some 2 days high I had. So I don't know what it is with the sardines, but I can totally recommend it to you. And it's, how does it call? Shadow fasting or something like that. I just translated it from German into English, so I'm not sure if it's really the name. It's like you still eat, but you eat in a deficit, and your body will still go into ketosis, which doesn't happen on the interval fasting, some article said. So I'm not educated in this topic. Please look at Dr. Bose. She is doing it. Look at Courtney Luna's last 2 interviews, then you will see people really explaining it very well. And I have to educate myself as soon as I see how long it will take me. And I did bought a lot of different kind of sardines, and I have to say they are tasting very different. And I put lemon on it, so it's really tasty. I don't know, I like it. I started hating sardines when I became carnivore. So yeah, right now I really have to say I'm craving right now another can. So I'm gonna take some more, and it's 6 o'clock. So yeah, but it's just because it was a very stressful day, very stressful at work. Usually I will overeat and will be so hungry, but I haven't. I would have these down peaks. I also didn't have them. And usually it really will happen. And especially me still PMSing, I would be really, the cravings are completely different. And I even went to the grocery store like completely hungry, and I didn't buy anything else than sardines. So something is happening with the sardine things. Not sure, but now it's already day 2, and I can tell you there's something into it. We should look deeper into it. So I would love to, Dr. Joe, Big Joe, if you're watching this, please let us know in the comments, because I know that you are doing a lot of the sardines thing. I'm gonna write to you so that you respond and tell us a little bit about your experience, because I know you're experienced in that. Yeah, happy to just try it out. To be honest, it's so much better. It's so much cooler, because yeah, one thing that they also discussed, and I also realized now watching like hundreds video and thousands of comments and talking to a lot of people, is the difference between men and women, especially with the fasting part, is really major. A lot of women struggle with water fast and these kind of things, especially with the hormones, and it's not something that is recommended also from a lot of carnivore doctors. They rather have, do the fat fasting and just do fat instead of just water, and do the sardines part, because they do contain the stuff that really helps with the hormones, especially when you have Hashimoto and these kind of things, it seems, or autoimmune diseases. So yeah, there's something into it, and I can tell you, men tend to be more capable of stick to a food group and also to fast more easy than women. Just looking really at thousands of comments, and it's really a big picture that's showing up. It doesn't go with everybody, of course, but especially, women with Hashimoto like me and these kind of things, and just hormone imbalance. Emotional eating is a big thing, and these kind of things. It's more with the women I see. So that's why Courtney Luna really said it so good. I love to eat, and for me, water fasting is nothing. So that is a completely different approach, and it makes me saturated, it makes me nourished, it makes me feel good, it makes me thrive, it makes me feel in ketosis, it makes me, all this good stuff. So that's what the women in the group also all said, and I do understand that because I feel it after 2 days, and I do totally get that. And I think that's a really good method if you're not capable of long-term first fasting and water fasting and these kind of things, which is surely better, of course, maybe, but I don't think that's necessarily true for women, I have to say. Now, with a lot of doctors listening to the two women doctors, especially, it's really more about the fat and the eating components, but feel nourished and still okay, and not binge eat or have this emotional damage things. Yeah. So I will look deeper into it as soon as I see if it's going good and how long I can do the sardines fast without forcing myself, but just enjoying it. But in 2 days, damn it, in 2 days I'm going to go to a team event. I have to stop that because yeah, no, it's important. The next 2 days, yeah. So I'm gonna just do the fasting then tomorrow, and then I have to stop because I'm on a team event and we're going to dinner, and I just can't eat then sardines because we're really going to an expensive dinner and they're all gonna pay, so we have to take that. And also on Friday the same thing. So yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna do the sardines fast again, and yeah, let's see just where it goes with us, right? So great, let's do that, right? See you tomorrow as always.